back to the hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Okay. Go back up to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay, so are we taking the knife or not?
Do we want to take the knife this time?
I don't think we need to.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is the blade is your implement. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing her voice.
Hello?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice. Don't let it fool you. It's all...
Okay.
Okay, so how do we change from what we did last time?
That is the question. Just checking
You
in.
are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Who's they?
Yeah, who's they?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Let's talk first.
Okay.
What's your name? We already did that.
Yeah, we did that. We haven't kept her locked down here. We have not done that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we have the nice princess down here now.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if we get the blade with that one?
With the nice princess?
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot. Why not? Let's see. Go upstairs without another word.
To retrieve the blade, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, that face changed real
You
fast.
turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Oh.
Slip
She's not
these
happy about that.
chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen.
Uh-oh.
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
It did get a lot bigger. She's lost an arm. I'm locking her down here and letting her bleed out.
That'd be a smart thing.
This is a dangerous play. Who's to say she'll actually succumb to her wounds? She doesn't have a weapon, and she's missing an arm. You can finish this right here, right now.
Right here, right now.
Nope, lock her away.
You close the basement door, locking it behind
She's
you and
already
quickly
outside.
barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound, and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier.
Maybe.
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
Oh!
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the
Decisions
princess
were
you
made.
saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
Decisions were definitely made.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Oh boy.
Maybe we should have stayed down there and killed her.
Miko.
Maybe we should have.
Miko. Stop.
Ignore her and go to sleep.
We're not waking up.
Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it. You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table
Okay,
shoved
okay.
out of the way.
Mistakes were
I
made.
need to point out a flaw in logic here.
Go ahead.
The door opens toward us, not towards the base.
Yeah.
I also have another good news. At least this time the door isn't a mirror. It's now a jar.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
What?
You try and stumble to your feet
I don't
as
like
the
you.
princess draws
I don't like
near.
her
It's as
either.
though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
It
So
does.
helpless.
It does.
I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, the nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay.
Okay, we know all of this. Go to the cabin again.
A warning. She
Yes.
will lie. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Mm-hmm. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
That's where
You're
it
someone.
from. Is he though?
The
he
interior of the
someone?
cabin is plain,
I mean,
the
are
smooth
we?
wood of the
Yeah.
walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room.
That door's
A
gotten bigger.
pristine blade
now
stands between
open,
you
too,
and the
permanently.
open, inviting basement doorway.
I hate that this is turned
Yeah,
into
we-
a music box.
The blade is your implement,
There's also
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What's the matter, bud?
Hold on. What happened to the door? It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Do we want to approach the mirror again?
Yeah.
You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
It's always.
Or at least... You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Yeah.
Do we take the blade this time?
I mean, she fucking glitched, like, Matrix glitch last time, so what's a blade gonna do to that?
Stab it before it turns into that?
I'll
If
take
she's not
You
already
reach
that.
down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something,
Right?
I don't know, better than a knife?
Like a
Could we have a
gun?
bomb?
Oh, no, I think bomb's a little bit better than a gun.
I
The
don't
blade
know.
is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
He's kind of right.
Yeah.
You cross over the
Oh.
threshold
No.
and onto a series of isolated
Oh.
steps, suspended in
What the
darkness.
hell? Do you see the eyes?
I was
Yup.
about to say, there's things blinking out there.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood.
Then why am I going
Princess
down there?
lives here, slaying her would
Exactly.
probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Oh boy.
Come back. She must have you confused with someone else.
No.
You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
Okay.
It can't be that hard. But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first...
Oops.
It'll be enough.
Because the narrator said so. And as we all know, just saying random thing
Do we...
makes it happen in this world.
Exactly. Do we need a... We don't need a plan. We're gonna talk to her. Step off the... into the void between the stairs. Or continue down the stairs in silence.
Okay. As much as I want to see what she turned into, how often do we get to jump into the void?
Never.
Jump into the void.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force.
Of course we are.
Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I don't know. That's why I did it. I was curious.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten.
Are you sure?
John
You make
Cena's
your
face.
way
Are
to the
you
bottom
sure
of the
about that?
stairs. As you emerge, you find
What the-
yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks, suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
One of these directions tells nothing but truth.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're
but
completely exposed.
Which direction would you say
Are
the
you
other
really
direction
not gonna
would
comment
say
on how
is
weird
the
this
way
place
to
is?
where we need to go?
Left is right and right is wrong.
No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Oh, that's
Don't
not
like
creepy
that.
at all.
Well,
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to
Oh.
find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought a little knife with you. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Uh-oh.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Nerves, heart. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Nerves.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late. Heart, lungs,
kidneys aren't on that list, friend.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
No kidney on that list.
lungs,
No.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Leave together.
lungs, liver,
Leave together or toss the blade and remain in the nightmare.
lungs,
Remain with your nightmare.
nerves, heart,
Throw it.
lungs,
Hmm?
liver,
Yeet.
nerves,
We're eating ourselves in the nightmare?
liver.
Oh.
Are you serious? Heart, lungs, liver. You fling the blade into the void, denying yourself the opportunity to ever slay her and finish your mission. Heart, lungs.
Oh, I misunderstood that. I thought it was eating it at her.
No.
Nobody's happy here, but maybe it's for the best.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down.
Oh.
You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No, 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 no.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out.
No, 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 no. No, no. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much. I can't.
She sounds less
keep going.
angry. She sounds desperate and sad.
You can't keep going. Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Chapter 3. Oh.
That many.
You're on a path in the... Shit! Shit! What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing? There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember. You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you? I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out. No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything.
I'm kind of in agreement.
No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think. We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart? We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere.
So many voices.
There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us?
Yes. Unfortunately, people do that all the time.
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love. Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us.
Are you sure?
This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
Far too many times.
I lost count.
Many, 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 many times. It feels like we've been here forever.
Got a
It
few.
also feels like we've barely been here at all. It doesn't matter. Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on?
Did someone else make decisions?
Huh?
It's up. It's up. Did someone else make decisions? It's down. It's that one right there.
What does here even mean if you really think about it? Shut up. You were here. Every single time. You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged. You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
Okay.
There's nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized. And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same.
That is an interesting point.
Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't?
Any other questions we want answered?
I got nothing.
Yeah. Is there a floor here, or are those just floating rock?
Those look like floating rocks.
Oh, yeah, that covers it. I'm good.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill.
With a mirror on it. Again.
No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it. He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose. They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up. You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces. She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free. It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what. Proceed. Proceed to where?
That's a
I'm
great
afraid you're
question.
going to have to be a little more specific. That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of
Maybe.
course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them.
Are you sure?
And it already
I
has
make
worked.
good decisions.
It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her. The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be, the only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way forward.
Oh, interesting. Take the blade. It's the only way forward. You've already tried everything else, don't you remember? You have to take the blade.
Yes, you gotta.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep.
Do a
Deep in the
flip.
bowels of the earth.
Oh!
You see something staring back at you. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
And closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
And closer.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my hand and let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too. A witness. Oh, I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pause. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
You're just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago, but there is something you, or is it a dull and jaded memory? There's no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle. Tender, even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
Princess exhausted slumps.
Why is it so cold?
You do not get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Finally, we can smash it. Oh, will you stop with the smashing? What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves. Yeah. I think I'd like that. Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Approach the mirror.
What if I'm with the, stubborn here?
Unfortunately, I didn't have that choice. You step toward the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden. Its mysteries remain unsolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep. I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, a faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection.
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image of glass in two. Then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass.